先生、最初はスープからでしょうか、それとも麺からでしょうか。
最初はまずラーメンをよく見ます。
はい。
So we are in New York City today, and right in front of Ippudo, one of the Japanese ramen shops, a very popular one in Japan, which opened up a store here in New York back in 2008.
I think they have 3 places now.
It's quite a popular place, so we're gonna go check it out. So it's considered not so Japanese unless if you make slurping sound. So excuse me, but I would have to stick with my traditions and
I don't
enjoy
know
my
how to
ramen.
slurp, so. What do you taste first? New bowl of ramen comes out.
Right.
Never tasted it before.
I will definitely go into soup first.
Okay.
In my opinion, that is the biggest difference.
I mean, to me, soup definitely, but also the chashu, the pork.
Oh, okay.
It has to like melt in your mouth, but not be too fatty, but tasty.
I never used to appreciate ramen as I do today after I started covering Ariake. So Ariake Japan is one of the leading natural meat-based seasoning companies whose highly automated process appears to be at work, providing the concentrate for Ippudo's famous broth. As I was studying about the company and trying to initiate the coverage on the company, I came to realize that it was actually very labor intensive, that would require a chef to put in hours, if not days, of cleaning bones and soaking them.
And as you boil these bones, you need to scoop up the fat that comes off it.
That's
and
right,
all
that's
that.
right.
Yeah, so there's a lot that goes in.
So Ariake fulfills 2 different needs. One is to enable these ramen shops to scale their business by providing the soup that is consistent quality. That's one. And 2 is eliminate any labor-intensive work.
As a child, I used to shave, you know, those hard, dried bonitos,
I
create
see,
those
I see.
bonito flakes, and then boil water, put that in, drain that. I mean, there's a lot that went into one simple
Right.
miso soup, right? But today, I mean, you go to a supermarket here in New York City and you buy miso,
Yeah.
which already has all of that
That's
in
right.
it.
That's right.
And all you have to do is dissolve that in hot water. So that's, to me, it's like cheating.
But you'd also have to remember that all the restaurants, not just in Japan or the US, but globally it sounds like, restaurants are having difficulties hiring chefs
Oh, yeah.
and retaining them,
Yes.
especially the quality chefs. So
Right.
when you're facing that challenges, it kind of makes sense to remove that process from the
Yes.
kitchen, so you don't have to have those personnel dedicated in making these broths,
Sure.
taking hours and days.
I grew up in Ogikubo, which is the town known for ramen noodles. But the soup is very different from this. It's more fish-based. And my dad would frequent this ramen noodle shop that was there from when he was a student. He still drags us there
Oh,
because
wow.
he thinks it's the best. The owner is really grumpy. I think he's the son of the original owner.
Okay.
His wife takes the order, but you can't call her. Like, you have to wait for her to come to you.
Oh wow.
Anybody who doesn't know would walk in and be like, "Hey, waitress, you know, I want this, I want that."
Right.
Completely ignored.
No soup for you.
Ariake makes these soups, but every soup is different, right?
Yeah.
For every ramen noodle store, they make unique products. So how do they do that?
One fascinating thing about Ariake is they automate that process using their proprietary sensing machines. So they take whatever the flavors there is and break it down to numeric codes so they can mimic the taste. For the final check, they also have human tasters would make sure that there's nothing missing and make any final tweaks to it. I always enjoy going to Japan, going to Tokyo and other cities and exploring new ramen stores that place or that region has to offer. If I remember correctly, there are about 270,000 ramen shops in Japan.
Wow.
Quite a few, and every one of them was a different flavor, different styles, and basically totally different experience. I really enjoyed this Ippudo ramen.
It was really good.
Yeah, and it tasted exactly the same as the one I had in Tokyo. So assuming that Ariake is actually providing the soup, and again, it's my assumptions, and as the company would never explicitly state who their customers are, so you have to guess based on their cross shareholdings and whatnot. I think Ariake is doing a great job in taking one flavor and making sure that whoever is using the broth flavor can scale their business.